What's going on, YouTubers? Gadang775, just a Molly Boy in Texas, back with another video. And today, as promised, I have my LG V30 Moto X4 review. The only thing I didn't cover in this review that I'm not going to cover is probably the camera, because I'll be posting pics from both the Moto X4 and the LG V30 on my Instagram account. That'll be listed down below, and they're not up yet. I'll be posting them over the next couple weeks, slowly posting them up there so you folks can check out the pictures that I take, with pictures and like short little video clips that I take with these two phones. Now, I've had the Moto X4 right here for 7 days, okay? I've tested it out, I've played with it. I did run into a little problem with the Moto X4, and I have this activated on Verizon, okay? Before I forget, the Moto X4 is an unlocked phone that you can use on all carriers. Verizon, supposedly Sprint. I got it working with my buddy's Sprint SIM card. It worked, it could make calls, but I didn't do much testing after that. I don't know if I go outside of certain zones and whatnot, because I know Sprint's coverage is small or limited compared to something like Verizon. But it does work on CDMA type phones, as well as GSM, AT&T, T-Mobile, Cricket Wireless, whatnot, whatever. This phone is unlocked, and the SIM card slot has a nano slim slot and a micro SD card slot, or you can use micro SD card SIM slot for a add-on 64, 128, or up to 256 gigabyte micro SD card, which I have a 128 gigabyte micro SD card in here, because the internal storage, okay, I'm gonna get to the con real quick. The internal storage, it sucks. 32 gigabytes. I mean, 32 gigabytes is barely the standard nowadays. I think 64 should be the standards, but I mean, talk about first world problems. Back a few years ago, I mean, Apple was still shipping out 16 gigabyte iPhones, and now we got 32 gigabytes and we're complaining again. But I mean, the amount of things you can do with this phone for the price that you pay. Now, compared to something like the LG V30, which is a fan-freaking-tastic phone. Okay, I'll talk more about the LG V30, but I want to finish up talking about the Moto X4. Okay, the brightness. Okay, I told you in my last video about there's a minimum brightness test when I go to sleep at night. If I get slapped by my wife at night when I'm browsing my phone, when it's all dark and she's trying to sleep, what do you call that? I mean, the phone is too bright at night. You know, the minimum dimness, and I did get a slap. It's a little bright, but I mean, that's because I mess with the adaptive brightness. That's another con of this phone. I don't really care for the adaptive brightness on this phone. I mean, it's okay. It doesn't really do anything for me. It does kind of adapt to the light, but it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't work well. It's not needed. Okay, I just turn adaptive brightness off. I leave my brightness to right around there. Can you see that right there? That's my brightness. I leave it around. And the maximum brightness when you go outside, when it's like a bright sunny day, I did get to test this out. At full brightness, it's a little hard to see in full sunlight, and if the sun is shining down, you're gonna squint your eyes a bit to see the screen. But it's there. But if you go out into the bright light without switching the brightness all the way up to max, and you try to find the brightness meter out in the sun, yeah, good luck with that. So the maximum brightness is okay for what it is. Remember, I paid $279 for this, but now I think you can get it for $329.99 from Amazon via, it's gonna have Amazon apps. Or if you don't care for apps, you can go ahead and pick it up from Motorola. They had a sale on it. I think it was $349, but now I think it's back up to $399. Now, $399 is a bit pricey for this type of phone. I say it's still worth it, but a little bit pricey. If you want to find something, I would wait for a sale or get the Amazon version if you don't care for apps. Now, I know there's Google. Okay, Google has their own Moto X4. They call it the Android One version. Now, the Android One version has a couple handicaps that the retail versions of the Moto X4 do not have. Okay, one, they do not have the Tempal software. Remember that software that I did in my last video where I linked two different random Bluetooth speakers together? Okay, this phone can link up to 4 random Bluetooth speakers together because of the Tempow software built in. And even the Motorola retail version, that one has that software built in. Now, I don't know if it's been corrected or not, but email. I don't know if it's corrected or not, but the Android One version did not have the Tempow software built into it. Now, I could be wrong. They might have pushed an update because I don't have the Android One version or the Project 5 version of the phone. I feel sorry for the folks that did buy it expecting to have that software in there. But this one, I mean, the software, the Tempow software is revolutionary, especially if they're trying to kill off the good old, what you call that, headphone jack here. And the headphone jack is nothing special. You stick in a pair of headphones. I mean, it sounds okay. I mean, that's because I'm spoiled because I have the LG V30 with the hi-fi quad DAC in here, and it just blows away anything that any type of headphones I put in there. It's just fantastic. This, it's back to it's okay. But you know, I'll take a headphone jack anytime if I wanted to listen to clear, close to audiophile type music. Headphone jack is the way to go. They haven't really mastered streaming high fidelity music over Bluetooth or streaming it over the internet. Like, I have the app called Tidal on my LG V30, and some of they do have songs to download and whatnot, but it's kind of expensive, you know. And not download, stream high fidelity music, and it doesn't sound that much better than, I mean, my quad DAC, you know, with my headphones on, it sounds better, you know, listening to one of my WAV files than the Tidal app. I don't know, it's just me. I don't think they have found a way to totally replace the headphone jack, even though they're doing it. I mean, I still think this is a necessity, even in 2018, but a lot of folks are going to disagree with me. They're just trying to get rid of it, push it under the rug, and I'm kind of disappointed about that. But, I mean, yeah, that's my whole spiel about the Moto X4. As for, what do you call that, optimizations, this phone is optimized very well. It's fan-freaking-tastic, okay? I have multiple windows open. I'll just open a bunch of things. And it's fairly fast, fairly optimized, and it feels almost as fast as the LG V30. And I forgot to mention the problem that I had with Verizon. I said something in the beginning of the video. A small problem that I had was having enhanced LG Light mode not being enabled with this phone. Okay, the problem I had was I could make calls, I could send text, but I could not, what do you call that, receive calls. I checked, and usually when you can't receive calls, that means your call forwarding is on via Verizon. You have to dial like star and 73 to turn call forwarding off, or your permissions and your notifications in your app for your phone app, and something's checked off that's blocking your calls. Well, I checked through all of that. Nothing was blocking my calls. So what you have to do is, if you're on Verizon, okay, this is very important. You're on Verizon. You hear that? That was my cats. So if you're on Verizon, okay, when you stick in your SIM card and for some reason you're not being able to have calls come in, okay, like it goes straight to voicemail. You go to myverizon.com or whatever. You go to verizon.com. You go to manage products, okay, and you choose the device, like the Moto X4, okay. This is not gonna show up on your Verizon. It's gonna be like just a white phone. I think it's called the Moto XT 1900 or something like that. Now Verizon has all the pictures of the phones that they recognize. This is not gonna show up as recognized. Okay, so you click on your device and you toggle the HD voice or HD voice calling or whatever. You toggle that. So you turn it off. Okay, you wait about 15 minutes till it takes effect. Then you go back online and you turn it back on. Then restart, like turn your phone off. Then turn it back on again. And boom, I could receive calls again. That's my little problem. I searched all over the internet to find an answer for this problem. No one had the answer. I found it. It was a pain in the ass, but I got my voice. I was pondering on returning this phone because I thought something was wrong with it. But I figured it out. So, yeah, that was a small problem I had with Verizon. Now, others have, like T-Mobile, they have Wi-Fi calling and whatnot. So you have to go check your respective carriers to see if these features are in there. Okay, some people got Wi-Fi calling enabled with T-Mobile. I don't know how they got that, because I know it doesn't have Wi-Fi calling on here. I haven't tested it out. I'll test it out and I'll leave a comment down below. But I receive calls just fine now, and the connectivity is great, and the speaker up here is a front-facing speaker, and it's okay. I mean, it's just okay, barely okay. I mean, if I were to rank the speaker with a grade, I'd probably give it like a 6. Okay, barely. If it was a 5, it would be like eh. But 6, I mean, it doesn't get loud, it doesn't get soft, it's just there. And see what else about this phone. I like the what you call that, the water IP68 water resistance. See what else? Oh, battery life. I forgot to talk about the battery life. Battery life, I'm getting an average 5-hour screen on time, which is a B+, A- in my book. 5-hour screen on time, that means it'll last you throughout the whole day before you have to charge it. And it takes about a couple hours, like 90 minutes to 2 hours to charge fully. And it charges very fast thanks to the USB Type-C port right here. USB Type-C is revolutionary. But yeah, for $279 or $329, even dare I say $399, this phone is worth it. Okay, but if I were you, I would go the latter route. Okay, if you don't care about on-screen ads like this right here, these are the majority of on-screen ads. You see that? That pops up right there, my on-screen ads. You know, it doesn't bother me. You can save a few dollars and pick up the Amazon version. I'll leave a link down below. Now, if you don't care for the Amazon version, I suggest looking at the Motorola version. I'll leave a link down to Motorola down below. You can check that one out, because Motorola has no Amazon ads. It's the full, what you call that? No Amazon bloatware on there whatsoever. Now, that was my Moto X4. Now, if I were to rank it, okay, 1 star being crap and 5 stars being awesome, this gets a 4.5 out of 5 for me. Okay, price per performance wise, it's fantastic. Now, the features on the phone, the camera, okay, the 12 megapixel and the 8 megapixel back camera. I'm not gonna have any pictures here in this video. I'll have a link down to my Instagram account. I'll be posting pictures daily from my Instagram account. You can check them out there. 12 megapixel camera is fine. Okay, it does take decent 4K footage. I'll post a little 4K 30 footage up there on my Instagram account, or I'll just probably post a video, a compilation of clips of 4K clips from the Moto X4 on my YouTube channel here. The 8 megapixel wide angle camera is actually better than I thought it was gonna be. It does. Some of the pics do look fantastic, and some are like eh. So it's hit and miss, the back camera. Now, where the camera shines is the front camera. 16 megapixel front selfie facing camera, and also has a flash on there, which is fantastic. So if you're you like taking selfies and whatnot, it does take wonderful selfies. But yeah, that's my review of the Moto X4, 4.5 out of 5. Price per performance wise, it's one of the best budget phones out there you can get for around under $350. Okay, now I'll leave a link down to swappa.com. You can get it even cheaper, especially the Motorola unlocked versions. Okay, if you can find them on there, because sometimes people list them up there for sale, and you might be able to find it. And Swappa, again, I trust Swappa. I've done a bunch of business with swappa.com, and I've never had a bad experience. Now, I can't speak for others, but I've never had a bad transaction go through. You know, you go through them, they verify if the phone is paid off and whatnot, you know, if it has a balance or not, and I've never had a problem with that. So I'll leave a link down below. So there's 3 choices you can take a look at the Motorola X4, the Amazon, Swappa, and Motorola. Now there's also the 4th choice Project 5 version. Like I said, if you really want that 10-PAL software, and if they haven't fixed it yet or added that software in there, you're going to be disappointed, because the Project 5 version does not have the 10-PAL software to link daisy chain the Bluetooth speakers together like the Motorola and Amazon versions can. So yeah, that was my review of the Moto X4. Fan-freaking-tastic. This is a totally recommended product by me. Now, I'm gonna leave a link also down to my Amazon products page. I know there's a bunch of stuff on it now, but I'm gonna cut it down to the best of the best products. Go ahead and take a look at that link when you folks have the chance. Now I'll go ahead and talk about my long-term usage of the LG V30. Now I am going to again post some pictures, random video clips onto my Instagram. I'll probably do a video montage, like a compilation of 4K video clips, and stick them on my channel. It'll be a lot easier that way. And you know, I'll just upload them to my PC and upload it straight away, no editing whatsoever. I'm not gonna even use Cyberlink. I'll probably use Cyberlink just to, you know, add the little title and whatnot. But, and I mean, I spent, I don't know, when did I get this phone? Months. I know it was close to 6 months, something like that, maybe longer than that. I've had this phone, and this phone is the best phone I've had so far. Okay, optimizations wise, LG hit it out of the park. This phone rivals something like the old Google Pixel when it comes to speed. You know, you're launching apps and whatnot. It does not have the LG/lag that the older phones do come with. A little bit of it's there, but I mean, compared to like the LG G3, G4, G5 even, that has that what do you call that, trademark LG lag. You folks own those phones and that you change phones regularly. You know, you click on an app, there's like a second or like a half-second delay before those apps open. Well, this thing, it's instantaneous. Okay, you click on an app, boom, instantaneous opens. So it's fantastic. And the screen, okay, a lot of people are harping that it says that the POLED screen on LG phones suck. But compared to the Moto X4, okay, this is an IPS 1080p screen. This is a 1440p, 2560 by 1440 quad display. I think it's 1440p. I forgot. But the screen is fantastic. And the maximum brightness, it's totally bright. You can totally see it outside on a sunny day. Just make sure you hit that maximum brightness all the way before you go out in a sunny day. And the minimum brightness is actually just as good or possibly better than the Moto X4. My wife did almost slap me when I had this on minimum brightness at night, but I didn't get slapped. So it passed the minimum brightness test. There you go. That's the minimum brightness on this phone. And if it looks kind of funny, the screen is because my screen protector, there's some air bubbles on the side popping up because I've been using this phone so much, so I have to replace the tempered glass screen protector. And all of my phones have tempered glass screen protectors. Okay, since I buy and sell phones kind of regularly, I always make sure the screen is number one. You damage the screen, your phone's worth jack shit. But yeah. See, what else? The camera, again, check my Instagram link down below. I'll be posting pictures every day for the next couple weeks. It takes fantastic pictures. I mean, really, really good pictures. And there's manual mode, takes awesome pictures. I like the 4K video footage that I can take with this. And the microphone, the recording mic on the LG V30, it's fantastic. I don't have to use my a secondary mic like I normally do. Like right now on my Panasonic G7 Lumix camera, I have a Sennheiser shotgun mic. I think it's like $200. Well, the mic on the LG V30 comes close to rivaling that. So I'm pretty happy when it comes to the sound. And the speaker down here is fantastic. The only con is it's facing down. Okay, it's fine when you're listening to, you know, you're like this, but when you go to sleep at night or you're relaxing or whatnot, or if you even turn the phone sideways like this, you're gonna cover up the speaker like this, and you muffle the sound. And the lack of stereo speakers kind of, I mean, this is 2017, this came out in 2017. You would expect stereo speakers to be on, you know, cell phones. Like the Razer phone. The Razer phone has the best speakers by far I've heard on a smartphone. I'm pretty sure the Razer, because the speakers are stereo, fan-freaking-tastic, blows away anything HTC has put out in the past. So yeah, the speakers are okay, but these do get fairly loud. Okay, it does get fairly loud, which is, you know, great. Call quality is fantastic again, and this is the Verizon version. Now they do sell an unlocked version of this phone. They don't sell it at Amazon, but they do sell it at B&H Photo. You might get lucky and find it somewhere else, but I'm pretty B&H Photo is the only place I could find it. eBay, you could probably find it there too. But I'll leave a link down to B&H Photo down below if you want to go ahead and check out this phone, the unlocked version, you know, the carrier-free version. That should work on all carriers. Okay, it says so right there in the description. Now you might have trouble. Again, like when you're trying to activate, you know, non-carrier phones, especially on Verizon and Sprint, it always helps to have an activated SIM card. So like if you're just upgrading your phone or switching your phone, just take your SIM card from your last device and stick it in. Now the problems comes in is when you need that nano SIM card to use an unlocked phone, but you need a nano SIM card, but your old phone has something different like a micro SD card. Now this is dual SIM, so you can stick a micro SD Verizon card in here. It should work. You might not get the advanced 4G stuff, but the micro SD card should work if you got an older phone. Now the LG V30, that's a different story. I don't know if it's gonna work that way. I haven't tried it. I've only stuck in my Verizon SIM card, and I've played with the unlocked version, and my Verizon SIM card, I stuck my Verizon SIM card in there, the nano SIM, and it worked fine. So I'll leave a link down below again to B&H Photo, and I'm not an affiliate or anything of it, B&H Photo. I just want you folks to make your decisions or take a look at your choices, okay? This could have easily been the best phone of last year because it did everything great, but not outstanding or excellent. I mean, it was like the phones that came out last year, like the Pixel 2, the iPhone X. This comes really close to those phones, okay? But it falls short, just a little short. I mean, like, say the iPhone X or the Google Pixel XL2, they were like 10s. This would be like a 9.5 or a 9 in all of the categories, okay? This has a great screen, but the iPhone X and the Google Pixel 2, they have better screens. Now, cameras, this has a great camera, but the Google Pixel 2 and the iPhone X, they have slightly better cameras. So, I mean, and now I think this is on sale. I don't know if it's on sale. I know you can get this for around between $6.99 and $4.99. The price varies. You can get it a lot cheaper at swappa.com. I'll leave a link down below too to swappa.com so you folks can check it out. And again, I'm not an affiliate of Swappa. I just had a lot of success buying phones off of swappa.com, and I do highly recommend them. If you're looking to get a like new phone, okay, that's the place to get it from. I would avoid eBay because people on eBay can still sell their phones even though they have TPP or they have balances on their phones. Like, okay, so you have to be careful of that on eBay. But let's see what else about the LG V30. Oh, the quad DAC. I forgot. The quad DAC. Oh, it's right here. The quad DAC built into this phone is fan-freaking-tastic. It is awesome. Now, I've been playing with my audio apps and whatnot with the LG V30, and I've found, okay, I usually use Jet Audio Plus. Usually, that's my main app. But I've noticed that if I use the stock LG player built in to the LG V30, it provides a slightly better sound than my Jet Audio Plus. I don't know if it's just me. Let me know what you folks think. If you folks have the LG V30, try using the stock music player and try to play your best music files. I think they do sound a little better with a stock LG music player. That's just me. You folks can go ahead and check it out for yourselves, but I've been playing with this phone a lot, non-stop. Okay, and again, this is Bluetooth 5.0. I forgot to mention this is Bluetooth 4.2. Okay, so there's hardly any skips or bumps or whatever when I got this connected to my speakers, my Bluetooth speakers. There's practically no skips whatsoever. This has a few, okay, and most of my Bluetooth speakers are 4.0 and above. Most of them are 4.2 actually, and this is Bluetooth 5.0, so it kind of scales down a little bit. This is Bluetooth 4.2, and I walk the standard 30 feet, no skips whatsoever. I get past a little bit 30 feet, and I can still hear it. It doesn't skip. It doesn't skip. Now I go like out into my backyard. Yeah, it's gonna skip. It stutters. But Bluetooth 5.0, that's the future. I mean, that's what they're replacing the headphone jack with. So hopefully they can start making more Bluetooth 5.0 headphones or speakers, because there's hardly any Bluetooth 5.0 speakers or headphones on the market. Okay, I don't know if there is any. Yeah, I'm confused. If I do find one, I'll pick it up and do a review on it. Or if anyone's watching that video that have Bluetooth 5.0 speakers or headphones that own like a big conglomerate company would mind sending one to me, hey, okay, contact me through Twitter. My Twitter handle's below, or Facebook. So yeah, this LG V30, my long-term usage, this is a fantastic phone. Everyday usage and battery time, okay, the battery life on the LG V30, it's fan-freaking-tastic. I'm getting between 5.5 to 6 hours screen on time. That's an A to A+. The battery on the LG V30 fully charged will last me throughout the whole day. Now, I don't know about others, how others use their phones, but I'm pretty sure most people can. I say 90% of people that use this phone can use this phone throughout the whole day without having to stick it on the charger. Okay? So like the minimum I got was probably like 5 hours and 5 minutes, but the longest I've got was 6 hours and 30 minutes screen on time for battery life. That's fan-freaking-tastic, okay? And I normally keep my battery, my screen right around 30%, something like that. 40%, and it's decent. It's decent for what it is. But yeah, so if I were to rank the LG V30, like again, 1 being crap and 1 star being crap, 5 stars being freaking awesome, I would go 1 step higher over the Moto X4 and be giving this, or quarter of a step, 4.75 out of 5. Okay, price per performance, okay, it meets that standard. This has the price of a flagship phone, but it has flagship features. Okay, everyday use, sound quality, the hi-fi quad DAC, the headphone jack, it's fantastic. Wireless charging, did I mention wireless charging? And IP68 water resistance. This phone has it all. Okay, you won't be disappointed with the LG V30, and I think upgraded version of the LG V30 I think is coming this year. LG V30 Plus. LG, they skipping the LG G7 this year, so keep an eye out on the LG V30 Plus. I wonder if it's probably gonna have an upgraded processor, Snapdragon 845, that's coming out. But other than that, I don't know what else features it's gonna be coming with. But yeah, that was my dual review of the LG V30, the Moto X4. Both fantastic phones. And is the LG V30 worth double the price of the Moto X4? Yes, it is. Okay. Is the Moto X4 worth that $329 or $399 price? Yes, it is. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I'm trying to be honest with you folks. I've tested these phones out there, especially the LG V30. Look for my pictures of both of these phones on my Instagram page. I'll start posting pictures starting tomorrow for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, I want to go ahead and thank you folks for sticking with me with this entire video. If you folks like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos every few days. If you didn't like this video, hit that dislike button. Let me know in the comments down below. I do appreciate the criticism. Skadang775. Thanks for watching. Peace out.